Potential of producing a long track tornado.
Sale on Temu. Only 95 cents. For colors for your choice.
Imagine having a Medicare Advantage plan that can help cover costs for dental services or even groceries. Anthem Blue Cross Blue Shield is offering special benefits called Essential Extras, available for Medicare Advantage plan.
There's a potential of producing a long track tornado. Updating you for you folks in Stevens County, over into the southern half of Garvin County, over to as far north as Pauls Valley, and far northern Carter County. Reed is intercepting this storm right here, low level lock, with a tornado warning. Please do not take this lightly. Conditions today are favorable for large, long track, potentially violent tornadoes, and they may be difficult to see due to heavier rain today. Also, there's more trees and hills in this part of the state. Please don't take it lightly. If this storm is heading your way, go to your safe spot. At the very minimum, interior closet or bathroom, but really we prefer you go to an underground shelter or a basement or a storm cellar or a safe room or something of the like, or just get out of the way. Similar to intensities yesterday are possible today, and you can't survive these type supercells with tornadoes if you're above ground when they really spin up like this. So northeastern, east central Stevens County, over into southern half of Garvin County, and far northern Carter County. Let's go back up to Bob Moore Chopper 4 with this, what I think is a tornado on the ground, just northwest of Newcastle, just west of the Newcastle Casino by 2 miles. Go, John.
Yeah, Mike, right now we're kind of hovering, I'm hovering directly over the Newcastle High School, actually, and we're shooting back towards the northwest here. And as you can see, the lowering, hey, Travis, go to your right real quick, go to your right, zoom in right there, zoom in. Come back to your left, iris up, there it is, Mike.
There it is.
If that is a tornado, there it is, it's right there on the ground. That's the clearest definition that we've seen from the air, a definite cone on the ground. So this is going to be just probably 4 or 5 miles north of I-44, where it turns down south on the Bailey Turnpike. It looks like it's tracking northeast from our spot. Let me turn here and get a little bit better picture. I'm directly over the Newcastle High School, and I'm shooting pretty much at this time straight north. There's a water tower just north of me, and I obviously can't make it out to see exactly street that is, but that's where your tornado is right there. Look at it, Mike, on the ground, coming down. There's you a lot better shot. And man, this dude, we're getting pretty close to it. It's going to be just a couple miles north of the Bailey Turnpike, right there on the ground.
Folks, this tornado has power. This tornado has power. Let's go. We got to break away. Go to the. Oh man, let's not break away yet. Okay, where is this? This is going to be. It's going to hit the Newcastle Casino again. You folks in the Newcastle Casino, if you're watching us, or the folks that are in charge of the Newcastle Casino, man, you got to get them in that safe area now, because it is right. It's a half a mile west of the Newcastle Casino right now, and it's going to exactly hit right at the junction of the Newcastle Highway and Interstate 44, at where 152 junction is. It's a half a mile west of there right now, and it is dead center line track on the Newcastle Casino. At this point, it's either going to be within about a quarter mile of it, or it's going to hit the Newcastle Casino. Yeah.
There it is.
It's a quarter mile west of I-44 right now.
Bailey, where it turns down south. That's where it is, right there.
Folks, this is heading into Moore. This tornado is heading into Moore from the Newcastle Casino, as far north as OCCA. Definitely Westmore High School. If you live on Indian Hill, 164th, South 19th, there it is crossing I-44. That is the Newcastle Casino right there.
It's still on the west side of I-44. It's on the northwest side. It's going to be right there at the bend where it comes across. From the Newcastle High School, you've got 1, 2, 3. You're 4 miles directly north of the Newcastle High School, and half a mile to the west is the exact location of the storm. On the ground, we saw several power flashes across that farm. It looks like at this time it's tracking right for us.
Mike Bennett's got on the ground with his stream. Mike Bennett has it in his stream. Feel free to take it. So this is at the Newcastle Casino. It might be just barely on the northwest side of the Newcastle Casino, but it's less than a mile away. Let's go to Mike Bennett on the Gentner. Go, Mike.
Hey, Mike, we're at South 19th, Western and South 19th in Moore. We got a visual of it. It's to our west. and we're out of road, Mike. This is as close as I can get to it for the time being, but it's just getting bigger. It's getting wider. It looks violent. I don't know if you can see my stream or not, but
Chopper, you're hot.
it's got a debris cloud. It looks like a barrel now, Mike. It's becoming barrel shaped. Got a debris cloud wiped up coming up around it.
It is on the north. It's crossing I-44 at the river right now, on the right over and on the northern side of the Newcastle Casino. If the Newcastle Casino does not get hit, it's going to be a miracle because it's right there. I see a debris ball on radar. John Welsh look at the size of the debris cloud coming up, folks. This is extremely dangerous. This is very dangerous. We're talking about Newcastle Casino. From there, it's going to cross the river at 164th Street South. And then it's going to go, if it doesn't lift, it's going to go into Moore. And right now, it is red line, center line for Moore. You folks in Moore, in fact, it's exactly on the track of the May 3rd tornadoes where it is right now. It's exactly on the track of the May 3rd tornado.
Go back here.
Look at the size of the debris cloud. It is a large barrel. That is a violent tornado now. Violent tornado. It's exactly on the May 3rd, 1999 track right now. Go John Welsh.
Yeah, hey, we're trying to find an exact spot. I believe right there on I-44 southbound, you're going to see a Tractor Supply or some stores right there. That's exactly where it's fixing to track. And as you can see, this thing is definitely, it's got a lot wider. It's becoming more of a wedge. It's sucking a lot of moisture. We're getting drilled with rain right now. And it's rain wrapped at this time. We can't see the big funnel like we were earlier, but it's continuing to move what appears to me to be almost just straight east. I've kind of repositioned the helicopter a little bit. I'm about 2.5 miles northeast of the high school there at Newcastle, and you can see this thing is fixing to cross I-44, and it's wide. It's probably I don't know, a half mile wide, and heavy rain. It's really sucking us in here, so it's even pulled the wall cloud that's around it. It's all pulled it down. I'll get the skid out of the way and give you a little bit better shot, but you can just see you've got like half an inch on the right and about another inch on the left side of the monitor, but everything else is the tornado that's there on the ground. It's pulling me in. I'm going to have to try and break away from it here, but this storm is definitely increasing. I'm picking up like some 65 mile an hour inflow coming on it, so holding the hover is not going to work right here, but if you're coming from that tornado straight east, you have the river, and that appears that the track that it's going to take. So right there on I-44, there was that Tractor Supply and those other buildings. It's on track for those. I'm not exact sure a mile marker. We can probably get one on radar. But as you can see, just a huge tornado that is definitely growing, and every second we're on the air, it's getting bigger, Mike.
Okay, let's go to the storm tracker. Tornado emergency now in effect for Moore. Tornado emergency for Moore. You folks in Moore, you need to grab whatever it is you need to grab, and you need to go underground. Bottom line, grab your kids, grab your loved ones, grab your friends, or just get out of the way. Tornado emergency for Moore. Big half-mile wide plus tornado shrouded in debris on the northern side of the Newcastle Casino. Here is the Warren Theater right here. There's downtown Moore. This is North 12th, South 4th, South 19th, South 34th, or South 164th at I-44. It is lifting more to the north. Big debris ball there. That whole thing is the tornado. The debris ball's over a mile wide. The debris ball is over a mile wide. It is heading right into West Moore right now. Wedge-shaped violent tornado, could easily be an F4 below ground or storm cellar or safe room. That's it, or out of the way. Go John Welsh.
Yeah, Mike, as you can see, the storm is kind of giving you a little bit better definition now, and it is huge. The wall cloud behind it is even spinning with it. We're looking at probably half mile wide, and it's really picked up its speed. It's headed still kind of towards the river. It's probably a mile, as you can see. All those power flashes in there. There's that, I don't know, I think it's a farm area. I've got some silos that's fixing to just destroy as it continues its track towards the east. I mean, this thing, it's definitely picked up its intensity, it's picked up its wheels, and it's moving at us rather quickly now. I'm having to hold the hover for just a couple minutes, not even that long, then I have to bounce out, so that's what we're doing right now. I'm going to break more towards the southeast. Travis is going to stay on with the camera shooting behind us, and as you'll see, it's fixing to hit that refinery right there, or farm, whatever it is, with the silos and the buildings, but it's right there, right just north of it, and it's probably still, I don't know, 1.5 miles, 2 miles from the river. So As soon as it breaks from there, the benefit of it being right here is it's unpopulated in this area. So it's going to track over nothing but just land and trees. And so at this time, it's going to be a good track as far as safety, just because it's unpopulated and there's nobody there. But Mike, this storm is continuing to grow, and it's really picking its wheels up, and it's heading faster east.
Tornado emergency for more. Tornado emergency for more. Let's go to Mike Bennett. He's got a ground visual on it. This is the debris ball is a mile wide. It is on the river right now, on the river at South 164th. On the river, it's right, that is the I-44 bridge. I-44 bridge, Southwest 164th, mile wide debris ball, wedge, violent tornado. Go Mike Bennett.
Okay, Mike, yeah, this thing's just unbelievable. I mean, you got a massive amount of debris rotating around it. Right behind it, Mike, I think we've got another one maybe spinning up just to the, to the southeast of it. But this is the main tornado, Mike, is just, it's most violent rotation I've seen. And it's just absolutely shredding everything. So we're kind of wait till it crosses South 19th. It's approaching South 19th right now, and it's going to be west of Western. Hang on, Mike, I've had to deal with some traffic here, and it's a May 19th, Mike. My partner just told me. Just then, let me get out of the traffic here. We're going to lose a shot of it for just a second. We're going to drive to it. I wanted to be sure of what the track ever was before I started driving any closer to it.
Okay, there is a mile wide. Let's go to the South Dock control room. Mile wide debris ball. This is exactly the May 3rd track. Mile wide debris ball. It is a mile wide tornado, wedge violent F4 plus tornado. No sign of it lifting. No sign of it lifting. And this is there's I-44, there's the river. This is the Newcastle Casino here, right there at the bottom of the screen. No sign of this lifting. There's OCCA right there. This is South 89th Street. That is May, Penn, Western, Santa Fe, 19th, South 4th, and Southwest 164th. No sign of it lifting. It's heading directly for Westmore High School. Westmore High School right there. And OCCA, it has turned a little more to the north. The main track, though, is taking it directly toward Westmore High School. All neighborhoods from Westmore High School down to the river, below ground, out of the way, safe room, storm cellar. No other option is going to save your life. Mile wide violent tornado. Let's go back to John Welsh and Bob Moore, Chopper 4. Let's go to Mike Bennett. Mike Bennett, go.
Mike.
Go, Mike Bennett.
Can you hear me? Okay, hey, Mike, it's getting ready to cross the road. It's getting ready to cross 19th right in front of us. You're going to see it. It's going to come around these trees here in just a minute. We got cars driving right into it, Mike. It's unbelievable. I don't know how they cannot see this, but it's you've got debris coming up on this. You're getting ready to see the front edge of it approaching 19th Street. Here it comes. Here it comes. So I'm going to really watch this thing. I think it may actually be tracking towards me a little bit, Mike. So I'm going to stay here as long as I possibly can before we turn around and have to go back east. But we'll just watch to see what the track of it is. But it's got a huge, absolutely huge debris cloud around it. Violent rotation. And it looks like it's at least a half a mile wide, Mike. Okay, the back wall, I see the back wall. Okay, Mike, I got to go east. The back wall of it's coming around on me. So I got to get out of here.
Okay, folks, this is essentially, you never want to say it, but we're going to say it right now. This is May 3rd all over again as far as the intensity of this tornado, where it is heading. And something has to change fast or it's going to be very close to a May 3rd event. Never want to say that, but that's what we have right now. It is shrouded in debris, and it's a low wedge shrouded in debris. It's still on the ground back up in here. Mike Bennett? Mike Bennett?
Yes, Mike. I'm getting ready to turn back around, Mike. It was coming in on me.
Significant damage in Newcastle. Let's go to the storm tracker. Let me show you where it is right now. It's shrouded. It's in there. It's in debris. May 3rd did the same thing. You see the black? That is heavy debris. 149th, 164th, south of Highway 37, heading for Westmore and the Warren Theater. The Warren Theater, downtown Moore, Westmore, all neighborhoods back down to Pennsylvania and southwest 149th and 164th. It is a mile-wide debris cloud. It is a mile-wide wedge, violent tornado. The only way you're going to guarantee you will survive is if you are out of the way, below ground, storm cellar, or basement. Safe room. That's it. Nothing else is going to do it. Do not ride this out in your home. Interior closet or bathroom, don't. You're better off if you're over here around downtown Moore right now, you have just enough time to get out of its way. If you can't get below ground, get out of its way. But you don't have any time left. You can't wait any longer. It's got to be done immediately, and just drive to the east away from it. It may come into South Oklahoma City near Crossroads Mall. We have a crew at Crossroads Mall, and we can take them as soon as we can get them to come up. But it's going to come up, could go as far north as Crossroads Mall, even up toward Dell City and Midwest City. Let's go back to Bob Moore Chopper 4 with John Welsh. Go, John.
Yeah, Mike, we're showing you that right there, and that's really the best picture that we can give you, is because this thing is completely wrapped in rain and debris. Winds are just absolutely killer up here. I'm at Indian Hills Road, and just about, 48th southeast, behind the Andy Alligators, the Heyday, if you guys are familiar with that area right now. And this thing is just tracking, like you said, continuing to go towards the Moore Warren Theater area. It's going right basically towards my house. So this is definitely something that you need to be aware of, and get in your tornado shelter, get in your safe area. There it is, Mike. Look at that. Hang on, Travis. Go back to the left. Go back to the left here in a second. And I got a better shot of it. And this thing it's huge. Keep going left, Travis. Keep going left. Right there. Boom. There it is. There it is, Mike. On the ground, easily. There might even be two of them. There might be two. I'm showing two dark spots with a white level in it. I don't think the first one's rain. I do know that the back one is definitely a tornado. The tornado looks right now like it's on, I'm going to say, either 4th Street in Moore or 134th Street in Oklahoma City, still in the Oklahoma City area, and it appears that it's probably 1 mile west of Santa Fe. It's tracking straight east, so if you're within South 19th Street, 4th Street, or 27th Street in Moore, or we're going to go 104th, 134th, 149th Street in Oklahoma City. If you're in that area right there, from Santa Fe all the way to I-35, even as far east as Bryant, definitely be in your tornado shelter. Be aware, be underground, or like Mike said, just get out of there, because this thing is on the ground and it's continuing to track. It's almost like it slowed down. Earlier, right before it crossed the river, that thing had some wheels on it. It was really going. Now, I'm holding a hover, and it's only sucking me in at 38 miles per hour. But, so it looks like the inflow is slowed down a little bit. It looks like the track's slowed down a little bit, but it's definitely still on the ground, continuing to go eastbound. And right there on Highway 4, I think it is, or 100 and or 4th Street Moore, there's an Antioch Church. It looks like it's right there. It looks like it's just going to be south of the South Lake soccer fields and the South Lake parks at this time.
John Welsh, let me tell you something.
Yeah.
The violent motion is at May Avenue and South 19th. South 19th and May is the center of that 1 mile wide wedge tornado. It has turned more to the east. It's going to travel down South 19th to South 31st. The Warren Theater is going to get hit if it doesn't change path. Right now, the Warren Theater is going to get hit. Westmore High School will either get hit or be on the northern edge. Again, folks, if you're listening to us, you need to be, and we're talking about these areas, you can't be in an interior closet or bathroom. Don't lose your life. Go get away from it or go below ground. Storm cellar, basement, or safe room. It's the only option you have. This is all heavy debris. You see how it's turned now to the east? There's the Warren Theater. There's Moore High School. This is South 19th, South 34th. It's going to go right down through the neighborhoods between South 34th and South 19th Street. It will hit the Warren Theater. If it doesn't veer off, that's exactly where it's going to hit and cross I-35. Go, Mike Bennett.
Mike, okay. Mike gets tracking right down 19th, approaching Santa Fe. We had to bail out of it because it was coming right at us, and we're getting ready to turn south here at South Moore High School. You can see our video. It's absolutely massive. It's just shredding everything in front of it. We're shooting outside glass here right now, but it's just tracking straight east down 19th Street. Tracked right over the area where we was at. We was within probably a quarter to half mile from it before we had to turn out bail. Violent motion, a huge debris cloud wrapping around it. Zoom in tighter on that debris cloud. Okay, it looks like maybe Mike, it may be actually starting to lift a little bit more north now than east. Hang on just a minute, Mike, I'm going to get out.
This tornado now is located between Penn and Western. It's a mile wide, and it covers the whole area between Penn and Western at South 19th Street. This is a May 3rd type tornado. I would just venture to say it looks like it's about an EF4. It could be an EF5. Makes no difference. You got to be below ground. Interior closet or bathroom is not going to do it, or get out of its way. Storm cellar, basement, or safe room, or below ground of any kind. Do not be in your car near the tornado. Drive away from it if you have no option to save your life. Abandon where you are if you cannot get below ground. South 19th at exactly at Western Avenue right now is where that is. Go, Mike Bennett.
Okay, Mike. Yeah, still vaguely tracking
Yes.
down 19th Street. I think it might be just a little bit north of 19th, but it's just pretty much moving east northeast. It's just getting more violent. It has absolutely no signs of weakening whatsoever. We're probably at least EF4 status here, whether it's as violent as this motion is. After the huge chunks of debris floating hundreds of feet in the air, whole trees floating hundreds of feet in the air. I can't tell you what kind of neighborhood it's moving through, Mike. We're probably about a mile east of it right now, maybe east southeast of it, and. Okay. Where do we got to go?
Folks, over toward I-35, the Warren Theater. The Warren Theater should be completely evacuated by now based on our warnings. Again, you cannot delay. You can't think. You can't delay. You've got to act. You've got to act. You can't think or delay. You've got to act. And act to save your life and save your loved ones' lives. You've got to act. Linda Cavanaugh had important information about the school systems going on. Linda, for the Metro.
We do have important information because parents are naturally worried, and we are hearing from parents via Twitter that many students are being held at Westmore. They obviously can't release them into this storm, so we want you to be aware of that. Also, Middale students, they will not be released from that school on buses until the storm passes. Receiving many calls from Oklahoma City residents. There is no public shelter in Oklahoma City. Police say shelter in place or leave the area. Mike.
Linda, appreciate that. Again, 3:15 in the afternoon, a violent tornado going through South Oklahoma City Metro. It is in Central Moore right now, exactly at West